A very warm welcome from School of Online Education, Bharati Vidyapeeth University, Pune, Maharashtra. This is a brief orientation program about your Masters of Business Administration. As you know, Bharati Vidyapeeth, it is more than 50 years old university. We have almost completed 56 years, our golden jubilee. We are into all spheres of education. We have around from 300 schools to all postgraduate, including medical, all fields of education. And this is a new program which has been started. Let's set the tone of this and decide some rules. You can raise your hand and we will answer your queries on a particular slide. If you are not able to, we'll unmute you and we'll answer the queries. That way we'll keep it in conversation as we go ahead. Also, we will take a lot of question and answers after we do complete our presentation. So there would be some questions which would be in the following slides, which may answer your present queries. So ask me any questions if they are on this slide, and I would answer them right away, or have some patience as we go through entire presentation. I have my chat window open as well. If you want anything, put it on the chat window. The good part would be raise a hand. We'll unmute you, we'll speak, we'll answer. Thank you very much. Already 4 raised hands. I'm not sure what is the question. Host, can we unmute one of them? Yes. Yes, Rajan. Rajan Soja, yes. You have something to say, Sajan? I think it is by mistake, so I'm muting it. Let's start with this presentation as we go through the program. I'm not sure some are still raising their hand. Yes. Okay, great. Coming to the first, the program and the objectives of the program, what we conceptualized when we decided to start this program. The program is Master of Business Administration. It is a full-time 2-year program offered by Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be University Pune. The objectives as we set forward when we started this online programs are to acquire the prevailing state of art, knowledge and skills in the basic discipline and functional areas of management for our students, to develop analytical and innovative attitudes and skills among students so as to facilitate change and increase the effectiveness and efficiency of organizational systems. We believe you are the change makers in any organization setup, and that's what our objective is. And the third part is to prepare the students for the responsibilities and career opportunities in industry and as an entrepreneur. I believe most of you are also currently working, but yes, entrepreneurship is something remains an objective for us as a part of this program. So all our courses, specializations, and other value-added certificates would be structured in such a way that we end up, you and me, in reaching this program objective of this online MBA program. Going ahead, how is the program structured then? So you have the product credits. Total credits for this MBA program are 102. Number of semesters are 4. Students have to have specialization subjects from the 3rd semester onwards. We give 5 specializations. They start after the 3rd semester. Semester 1 and 2 will be general or core for all the students. Courses include capstone project of 6 credits, which is in your fourth semester. So the credits, if you see, are 26, 26, 26, and 24, and that accumulates to 102 credits. So it's a credit-based system. If somebody doesn't know credit, basically a credit is it approximate engagement hours expected from the students. Normally, 10 hours of student engagement qualifies for 1 credit. The scores are structured such that you will have at least 30 to 40 hours of engagement in terms of the video sessions, the class discussion, etc. So that is a credit-based system. The semester 1 of your program will look this way. The subjects in the semester 1 are management concepts and applications, managerial economics, financial and management accounting, organizational behavior, statistical techniques, legal aspects of business. So these are all 4 credit courses. Let me explain you some of the things on this slide. So first is an UE and IA. UE stands for an university exam. IA stands for an internal assessment. So the total 100 marks you will be assessed for, out of which 70 for an university exam and 30 for an internal assessment. As we go ahead, we'll see the slides of how this would be assessed, but this is a broad picture. There is something called as open course in your syllabus. Out of these 3 courses, a student has to select 1 course and it would be graded entirely on internal assessment. So this is how a semester 1 of a typical online MBA program looks like for you. This will be your semester 1 for this course of July 2020. Moving on to semester 2, that's where your core subjects of all the specializations start, where you have marketing management, financial management, human resource management, international business, production and operations management, research methodology. These are the 6 core courses for all of you. All are 4 credit courses and an open course of event management, social media management, or current affairs. You have to choose any one of these courses. Assessment is similar, 70 for university exam, 30 marks for internal assessment. Overall, you will have 100 credits. Coming to the semester 3, that's where your specialization kicks in. We offer 5 specialization, as you all might know. You've chosen your specialization also. We have HR, human resource management, that is, financial management, production management, operations management, financial management, and project management. These are the 5 specializations offered. In the 3rd semester is where your specialization courses start. First 2 courses, strategic management and entrepreneurship management, being so essential for management students, which dwells about the strategies in how the businesses are done, and entrepreneurship development being our focus of this particular course. These are core courses which are available for all specializations. Then we have 4 specialization subjects which you take in semester 3 and 1 open course out of 3 which is available. The credits are 26 and the internal and university exam assessment remains same. If you have any question on any slide, we are happy if you could raise hand and we'll take your questions if I'm not clear in any aspect. But as I go to 4th semester, you have another 3 specialization courses followed by a capstone project which is of 6 credits and an open course which you have 2 open courses which you can choose from. Capstone project is like a summer internship project which you have to do in an industry for 50 days. If you are associated with an industry already, that is, you can do with the same industry. It's basically a course, a project where you can apply your knowledge, what you have learned in the course. that's where an application point comes in. You can see the financials of a company, or you can see the marketing of a company, you can understand the operations in a company. And this would be a project report submitted for this particular course, entirely assessed 100% for a university exam type setup. We will discuss how this course would be assessed. These are some of the specialization subjects. A detailed syllabus of this courses and the grading pattern would send to you within couple of days. I hope you have received the books in the soft copy format for semester 1, and the hard copies would be couriered to you as we go ahead and discuss. So these are your courses for specialization in marketing, specialization in financial management. I'm not going into the details of the courses, but as I said, all of them are in a way structured for you so that you can master the skills in particular specialization. For example, this what we are seeing in the financial management specialization. You have investment analysis and portfolio management, which covers all of the investment banking related subjects. Taxation covers the taxation part. Corporate and management of financial services will cover all financial services such as well as mutual funds, banks, etc. Financial statement analysis will help you out with how to analyze. Financial management will give an international perspective about finance. FRM, the most important topic in today's world, financial risk management, how you manage the risk in case of any difficulties. And corporate finance, which is a topic which is required in terms of how to run a particular company. So very essential to understand this particular specialization. The courses are covered in this particular. Host, am I audible? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Pankaj, you may have to check your connection in case I'm not audible. Thank you. Thank you, students, for confirmation. HR is similarly a seventh subject of HR specialization. What you can see. Give me a break for just 1 second. Yeah. So coming back, sorry, HR management specialization, operations management. That is, yeah. Somebody has a question, and I'm ready to answer that. Can you raise your hand, Divyanshu? Can you raise a hand, Divyanshu, so that I can select you? That option is on the below the participant list where we say raise hand. When you see the participant list, you can have the raise hand option. Yes, Divyanshu, go ahead with your question.
Sir, I just wanted to like to know that the capstone project you have added in the slide. In that capstone project, do we get the support from the professors or something like that, so that we can carry it forward for like in a good way? Hello. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, Divanshu. The capstone project, you're saying, I just missed you in couple of seconds. Can you repeat?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I just wanted to ask that the capstone project part, which is added in the slide.
Yes.
So I just wanted to know, do we get the support from the professors as well so that we can get it further in a better way?
Absolutely, absolutely. There would be an internal prof guide assigned to you.
Okay.
With this discussion, you will finalize the topic and work accordingly. So
Okay.
there
And
would be
so,
an internal, there will be a project guide assigned to you.
okay. And so one more question. Will this be that this slide will be shared?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
send it across.
Yeah.
In fact, we would be sending the entire course syllabus, which will give you more details into the contents of the course as well as the grading scheme, all that aspects.
Yeah, sure.
So
Thank you.
don't worry, the information will start flowing right away.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
So continue with this. Thanks, Divanshu, for your questions. Operation management. We have project management specialization. So you have managing IT operations, all that aspects in project management. One is the important part of, and I hope you've understood what would be your syllabus for the entire course of your MBA, which is a 2 years course. We'll have 4 semesters. Exams would be conducted at the end of each semester. Let's understand the scheme of examinations in detail. Courses will have internal assessment and university exam. So, and the internal assessment, which we have seen is of 30 marks, will be evaluated as assignments, case study analysis, quiz, business plan, presentations, etc. Depending upon subject to subject, but assignments will carry a major portion of your internal assessment. University exam will be a physical proctored online exam at the test centers and will have objective as well as subjective questions. The university exam would be a physically proctored online exam at test centers. As I said, it would be objective and subjective. 70% is expected to be objective, like multiple choice questions. 30% of that paper would be subjective, where you will have to write down. Students are required to score 40% marks to clear internal assessment and UE separately. As I said, the word important is separately. You have to clear your internals as well as your university exams separately with 40%. I'm sure you won't be, but in case you happen to fail in an internal assessment, the learner passes in the course provided she obtains a minimum 25% marks in internal assessment and GPA for the course is at least 6. That is 50% in aggregate. A student who fails in an university exam in a course has to reappear only for university exam as a backlog candidate. If a student fails in a course at internal assessment, he has to reappear only at an internal assessment as a backlog. I hope I am clear with the scheme of examination that would be for you. There is a second slide which I want to continue on this part is, at the end of semester 3, each student shall undertake a capstone project in an industry for 50 days. Student is required to prepare a detailed project report. The project would be assessed for 100 marks. Viva voce examination, some of us normally call it as orals, would be 70 marks and an internship report of 30 marks. So that is how your grading for the capstone project looks like. I have some participants looking for an answer. I'll unmute them. Yes, Jebin.
Can you just tell me what is the date, like what is approximate dates that or the months that the exam would be conducted?
Okay, we'll come to that as we go ahead to the dates, but to normally January and July would be the dates, normally looks like.
And the passing year would be 2 years from now, so July 2022, right?
For you, yes. So you would be the postgraduate by after 2 years. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank
You
you.
are a July batch, so you would be July 2021, so 2022. Thank you.
Okay.
I would just take another question from Tarun as I go here. Tarun, have you been unmuted?
Hi. Actually, I was wondering this capstone project, as I'm working in an organization already.
Yeah.
So, do I have to take off from my company and then go for this project, or do I have to be in my company and then work on this project? And what kind of project will that be?
So, depending upon the specialization you're choosing, if you can do that specialization related project in the company you're working, we are very comfortable with
Okay.
it. At times, if you find your company not in relation to the specialization you're working with, you can opt for an internship in another company. So that is totally on you. And the title and the contents of the project would be decided in consultation with the guide, who will guide you of
Okay.
what kind of title you should use for that specific specialization. I hope I have answered you.
Yes.
I'll just move
Thank you.
to the next slide if I don't have any additional questions. Something coming up
Please.
on my slide. So capstone project, we have to submit in the form of hard copy or soft. Obviously, it would be in a form of soft copy. It would be in a form of soft copy, but will yeah. So as I said, yes, the capstone project would be taken in a soft copy. Coming to grading system, this is our grading system for the marks. As I said, you have to have to score more than 40 marks combined, and you have to have the passing. So this GPA is for the combined of your internal plus your university exam. If it is less than 40, you get a D grade and a grade point of 4. And you can see the ladder as we go ahead from D to O, from 4 to 10. So it is a 10-point grade scale. For each semester, each subject would be graded. Then you will have a semester particular SGPA, and then you have a CGPA, which is a cumulative grade point average. For capstone project, do we reach out to the companies yourself? Yes, you have to reach out to the companies. And yes, as I said, CGPA will be computed at the end of each semester. It is a grade point average based system. Your award of degree depends upon that CGPA. Student who has completed the minimum credit specified for the program shall be declared to have passed in the program. The final result will be in the terms of letter grade only and is based on the CGPA of all courses studied and passed. So this is how the final grades look like based on your CGPA. CGPA is cumulative grade point average, if anybody has not heard that term. And we have the final grades F for fail and from satisfactory to outstanding. So this is how it would appear on your mark sheet of final year and the degree certificate. Coming to the ATKT rules, and I hope you don't need those, but these are how it stands. A student is allowed to carry any number of backlog papers of semester 1 and semester 2 while going into semester 3. However, a student must clear all papers of semester 1 and semester 2 so as to become eligible for appearing in the examinations at semester 4. I hope this is very clear. There are some hands being raised. I would like to answer those students. Yes, Ms. Sweetie, can you?
Uh, yes, hello, sir.
Hello.
So my question was related to the project itself. So when you were telling, you said that we will have to do it from the company itself, from where we are currently working, or we'll have to do an internship if the company doesn't agree. But my point was that if we are working and if the company doesn't agree, but how do we do internship at the same time?
So as I said, so you can do an internship with a company who agrees to accept you as an intern, and you can work as a, let's say, part-time basis type, or after your office hours type. Let's say digital marketing type internship, which can be done without physical presence there. There are companies which offer that kind of internship. Or if not, finally we'll have a option for a research project kind of thing.
Okay.
But our immediate push would be for a internship in an organization which adds a lot of value to your uh, profile, CV, and also as an experience of actually applying the management concept. So there is no actually, if you see, replacement for that in terms of value add. And depending upon the condition you have, if we can do it case to case basis, but we would love if you will do it in an industry.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope I have answered the questions. Okay. So these are the ATKT rules which allow to keep terms, what we call as. Coming to what is the plan we have for you for the first semester. At the outset, I would say these are difficult times for all of us, including the government, educational bodies, students, and faculty. We see that this has impacted and delayed our start for a while. If you see UGC, they have actually delayed the entire academic calendar for all types of institute and programs, including us. Nevertheless, we are starting this program starting September. First instances, the books. I believe that all of you have received the soft copy of the books. We intend to provide you the hard copies, and this is the timeline internally we have. So we have our own printing press, so you don't have to worry about books. We have 300 schools for which we print the books, so don't worry about the books. Books you will receive by August 10, 2020. Then we start with access to Swayam platform to be provided by August 20, 2020. What is this Swayam platform now? Swayam is a portal mandated by UGC for conducting the online courses delivery. So everything related to the course, the videos, the audios, the course material, your MCQs, your assignments, your web resources would be passed on to you through this Swayam portal. So it remains a single platform for you to access any resource related to this online MBA program. The Swayam portal, as I said, is mandated to us by UGC to be used. So we have to orient you, and that would be done in the last week of August. We'll be creating your IDs. Ideally, you will have to create your IDs, and then we will register you to the courses. We'll add you to the courses if you select. And the orientation of how to use this would be done to you in the last week of August. Very simple it is. There is no complexity, but I am just mentioning that that's how you would be learning the story. Coming to online sessions, which is the most important component of this online MBA course. Online sessions related to a particular module in a particular subject would be uploaded on the Swayam platform as per the schedule, mostly on weekends. So there would be a systematic transfer of knowledge in terms of sessions on the platform you will receive, mostly on weekly basis. And the material will be available for you on the weekend. Once uploaded material will be accessible to you across till the duration of the course. So there is no, so you have your own flexibility how you will access this material for the program. The second, which is a unique component to us, we will say, and that is what we add further is a live class discussion on the subjects, mostly on weekends. Most of you are benchmarking or starting this course and with a very different background in commerce, engineering, and somebody may find statistics a bit difficult only to understand from an recorded course, although the material is up to mark and best of its quality, but still there are some doubts which always come in mind. And to get that clarified, we will have live discussions for each module, or at least for 2 modules at a time, where faculty will speak to you in the forum, similar to what I'm doing today, and discuss with you and get the concepts clarity, so that we make sure that all of your concepts are clear by subject. Third comes an essential component of internal assessment, that is assignment. 2 assignments per subject we plan for internals, along with forum discussions, case study discussions for internal assessment. We would like you to participate extensively on forum discussions. These forums would be on the Swayam platform. We would love you to be in the case study discussions. 1 assignment for 3 modules. That's what the plan is, so that you have 6 modules in each subject. So we have 2 assignments that would be graded for 10 marks each. Another 10 marks would be kept for a subjective assessment based on your participation in forums, classrooms, live class discussions, similar. The assignment submission will be soft copy as per instructions provided in the assignment. Plagiarism is strictly prohibited. Plagiarism is strictly prohibited. If I were to explain the term plagiarism, that means copy and paste, or directly copying from the internet and putting it in the assignment. It would be strictly prohibited for everybody, and we will make sure that you have to repeat the assignment, or will be graded maybe a less or 0 for such assignment. So make sure, as you are an postgraduate, this will have a very bad impact, or it would be looked down upon in case you try to plagiarize in your assignments. You and me agree that we are here to learn and understand the concept and not just degree. So be sure to put it in your own words, in your own language, and that will have a good impact and will give you good grades. Semester end exams for SEM 1 per se, we are planning in second half of Jan 2021. Currently, as it stands, we may go for center-based exams. In case the corona situation prevails, and there is some guidelines from UGC with respect to that, these exams may be conducted in online proctored-based exam, where you give your exams from home. But as the situation stands currently, we are into exam center based proctored exam for this particular semester. These things are developing, as you know. It's very not so very clear how the corona situation will evolve, but that is how your semester 1 tentative schedule looks like. More on that also, in addition to that, we would be having webinars which are specially arranged for you during the course of this semester and coming semester, where we would like to develop your leadership skills, communication skills, entrepreneurship skills. We will also be happy if you could suggest us what kind of webinars you would be interested in, so that we can arrange that kind of webinars which will be value add to you. Very essential also, addition to this, we will be providing web resources in the Swayam platform which you could look for. I would advise all of you to give importance to books, not only the e-content which we have given, but it would be good to, if you, whenever in live sessions or class discussions, you're discussing with the faculty, speak to them and ask them for good books for particular subject. Nothing can replace a good book, especially the books of your specialization. Make sure that you have a complete hold of your specialization. Any support of in terms of guidance related to books to be read, anything of that sort, please approach us and we would provide you that particular guidance. The third part remains, last part basically, of how you will approach us. For any clarification, please write to us at studentconnect@bharatiyavidyapeethonline.com. This is the web address for any academic related queries, any non-academic related queries, queries related to examinations, uh, not examinations per se, that would be handled by this ID, but queries related to admissions, your documents, that kind of procedures for some aspects, please put it to admission@bharatiyavidyapeethonline.com. You may have received this email for this particular program also from that ID, so you can use that. Now I want to give a majority of chunk of this particular orientation to answering your queries. So I take first query from Surinder Singh. Surinderjeet Singh, yes.
Hello, sir. Very good evening.
Very good
I'm
evening.
Surinder, based out of Delhi. I just wanted to ask a small thing. That is that once we are learning from this learning portal, is there
Yes.
any provision where a group of, like, whatever we are students, we are for same batch students. So a group on any of the portal can be made for all the students. So there can be an excellent peer-to-peer learning as well, because we are from diverse backgrounds, and this may provide us opportunity to learn from each other as well.
Exactly, exactly. So we would like to have that in forum discussions, as I said, where you could discuss a topic on a forum. So that is for academic discussions. For non-academic discussions, I would encourage one of your leaders, all of your leaders, to from a group, maybe whatever you feel it is, but that remains outside the purview of academic discussions, which will not be monitored or heard to about, and you can obviously create your own groups. So I leave students, I give them the responsibility as well as authority to be or not be part of that group. But for academic related, there would be forums and discussion related to academic will happen on the SWAYAM platform.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all the best. I'm open for questions now. For anything that comes to your mind related to course, any query, I'm open to take it. Please raise your hand and I would be happy to answer. Shubham?
Hi, sir. I'm Shubham from Delhi.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have a query related non-academic questions regarding my documents. Actually, I have not received my final degree from my university due to this pandemic situation. But I have submitted my final DMC of 8th SEM of BTech and provisional degree received from my college. But still, I'm not getting a response from the Bharatiya Vidyapeeth. Actually, at the time of admission, I have submitted my undertaking that I will submit my degree within 6 months.
So
but after,
yes, I got your problem, Shubham. And you have to just drop a mail to admission@bharatiyavidyapeethonline.com. So that will sort out your issue. Further,
I already dropped 2-3 mails.
If you have a provisional degree, things are more or less sorted. So if you can drop your provisional degree again to this website.
Sir, I have submitted my provisional degree at the time of admission with my undertaking also. I just want that my undertaking should be treated as null and void.
No. Let me understand your question. So you're concerned that is there any mail then being asked from you to submit anything else?
Yes. After submitting my 8th SEM DMC and provisional degree, I got a mail from admission that to cancel your undertaking, you have to submit your passing proof. But I don't know why they are asking me the passing proof, as I have submitted 2 proofs of passing. First is my final DMC, where it is clearly mentioned the course has been completed, and second proof is provisional degree, which is issued from college.
Okay, so what I'll do is you drop a mail on the Student Connect also. I would take up
Okay.
and see what can be done. So as long as I don't see the documents, it would be improper of me to comment either way, whether it is
Okay.
positive or negative. So we
I
can
will
take this
drop
up.
a mail to
Enjoy.
Student Connect, refer to this discussion.
Yes, it's good if you can put your ID, whatever your registration number, if you've got student
Yes.
registration,
Okay.
then
No
it
issue.
would be very easy for me to sort. I have
No issues.
some students. I have something on my chat window, so I'll read through them if I'm sending. Okay, is there any email group or WhatsApp group for the students for coordination and discussion? As I said, one of my answers, we would encourage you to do it, but we would not be members of this group ideally. So all our discussions would be conducted for academic reasons on the platform. How many days would the semester exam be scheduled for, and what would be the duration of the same? Good question. We would like to keep one paper per day. We are looking at a possibility, being all of you of working background, to have exams on weekends. So that is being proposed. As we get the approval from the university, we would do that. If it is a home-based online proctored exam, then ideally we would go for a sequential one. But if it is a center-based, we would go for weekends. So that is the plan, but not yet confirmed. But we will have one paper per day. That's for sure. Session timings on weekend, majorly live. So session timings are mostly starting on 10 to 11 and 11 to 12. And depending on how many sessions we schedule, normally we end up scheduling 2 sessions to max 3 sessions. And how to get mail IDs phone for the other students on the group to make a mailed group. So as I said, I would advise it to be the personal decision of the students. Okay, I have just a second. I have some colleagues requesting community. Yes, Asha, you can come in. You've been unmuted. Anything you want to add?
Yes, sir. Hi, good evening. So there is one discussion of a student claimed by Shubham with respect to the undertaking. If possible, I can clear his doubt if you allow.
I think we can connect to him maybe separately.
Sure, no problem at all.
Yeah, because that is an individual doubt, so we can do it.
Okay, will do. Yeah.
Thanks, Asha. How much time you will take the session? Oh, I'm ready to close down now. What would be the live online lectures timing? So lectures timings would be normally live. Okay, live online sessions. As I've said, it would be on Saturdays and Sundays, and mostly starting from 10 and something between 10 to 5. Can we select the exam dates on our own? Currently, no. It should be same paper for all. It would be a given exam schedule. Would it be possible to get model test papers to have some idea about? So you will have quizzes, and your course syllabus also has a question bank along with after the module. So that is already available. Online classes will start from 20th of August. 20th of August will train you, by that time we'll train you on SWAYAM platform. We intend to start on 1st of September. That's our plan. Maybe we will have something like webinars arranged for you as per the, so that we can have some discussion. Can we get previous year's paper for help to clear exam? None of the questions will be repeated. Whosoever is that 302, 36666. Don't go for previous year's paper. Can we get previous years? Okay, I'll come to it. So as I said, the papers are MCQ based, if you could understand. Second part of it, the online MBA per se, was given approval for all the universities, top universities only in India, which are NAC A plus graded by UGC in last December. So you are the second batch for this particular exam. Those who are getting UGC approved MBA online degree. So there is no big past previous question paper. I would suggest should provide you a question bank which will help you instead of going for past previous question papers. After completion of MBA course this semester, original mark sheet and degree would be couriered to us and we have to collect them physically. Mostly it would be couriered to you. Shall I share my number here? We have, Shubham, we can track you, so that's not an issue. Can we easily work abroad with this degree? You will not face a single problem with this degree because it is UGC approved MBA course. No questions asked. Can we all share our numbers so that we can discuss things later? That is a personal call, Meenal. I would not request anybody to share their contacts. That is a personal call, as I said. It's everybody's personal call. I would not request anybody to share here. I am unmuting Umesh here. Yes, Umesh, what are your questions?
Hello.
Yes, Umesh, please.
So very good evening and good evening, everybody. So I'm working as of now with the airline, and sometimes now the flow of the airline is like not regular. But
Okay.
what if the aviation flights being regular and the exam date also comes in between? So how I can manage with the exams? Like, is there any possibilities like the date which the college decides, and if which we can skip or something? Because
unfortunately, so as I said, can you skip an exam? Yes, you can. You have to give the re-exam.
So okay,
but
okay.
It would be a back paper.
So, okay. And
yeah.
And secondly, sir, as I've opted for the distance learning, so all the exams are going to be at the center or like the online?
So this is online. Distance is a bit separate where you have to write an exam. It's an online platform. So we will call it an online program. Yes, you will have a test center, exam centers, and it would be an online exam at exam center, similar to how nowadays CAT or something is happening.
Okay. And so one last question, like there will be, as you mentioned, like there will be entrance exam, but through the Zaro Education as where I've applied, which they have suggested me, they were saying like it's not going to be any entrance just because of the COVID-19, because from the next batch they must be come up with the entrance exam.
So you are saying an entrance exam for an online MBA course? You are saying
Right.
for our online MBA course?
Correct.
So as I said, this program normally the entrances, two things for entrances. Entrances are required in terms. See, so they have it's a filtering mechanism.
Okay.
It's a filtering mechanism. As we start with our new batch with you good guys, so we have not applied for, we have not considered entrance exam. The requirement of that would come from university, and if it comes from university, we'll apply it for the coming batches.
Right, sir. Right.
For you, there's no issue. You're already in.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Divanshu is raising his hand. Yes, Divanshu, please help me out with your query. Yes.
Hello. Actually, this question is some personal kind of thing because I have one problem with the team. Actually, I asked them to change my email ID because it's not working anymore, and due to at the time of filling the form, application form, I made a mistake in making payment, OTP or one shot, something like that, due to which I have to choose another email ID. But the guy who was with me during the admission process, he said that he'll able to change it after the admission, but I'm not getting any kind of support from anyone to change my email ID, and it is very difficult to manage it.
Okay. Asha, please note his name, Divanshu. We will speak to him on Monday morning and we'll get this thing sorted about the change in email ID. Divanshu, just drop a mail at studentconnect@Bharati Vidyapit Online. We'll see what we can do because, as you said, yes, email ID remains a very major component in this.
Yeah. So basically, and one more thing, like, okay. Someone has shared the WhatsApp link, I think, to join, right?
Yeah, as I said, it's so that's for you for discussion. We would not monitor. For us, that remains a student's choice. Arindam, yes?
Yeah, my question is, can we select the exam centers, number one, and can we do it for each semester? For example, maybe Delhi for SEM 1 and Mumbai for SEM 2, as per our convenience.
I don't see any challenge in the second question as long as you're available for the exam center. That won't be a challenge, but you have to inform us a bit early so that we can plan for it.
Okay. So a related question. So will it have to be a proactive information from my side, or will I be getting a choice of exam centers that I have to select? How does it happen?
So what will be happening is, exam centers would be so we are scouting for people who are providing exam centers across, and that would be finalized by end of next week, where we would then give a couple of exam centers in your city, and you would have to choose one of them which is nearest to you. So that would be a simple, straightforward stuff. Now, where you want to change an exam center, it would be better if it is proactive, that this time I have been shifted, let's say, for purpose of, let's say, relocation, and my exam centers would be changed. So then normally we would end up seeking that information 1 month prior from all the students if there is any change. And so the proactive would always help, but we would also check with you 1 month prior to exam.
Wonderful. Thanks. That helps a lot because for my job I have to travel a lot, so it will help me to select this.
We understand. We understand. It's just you will have to make a choice between what is offered to you. So,
that works. That will work fine. Thanks a lot.
Vinith, can you come? Yeah, Vinith, yes.
Hello?
Yes, Vinith, I'm not able to hear you. I'll just unmute you again. Maybe you've muted.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, Vinith.
Yeah, so I have a similar question as Arindam. So with regards to the exam centers, so do you have the centers in some major cities, or how does that work? Like, should we come to some particular location in a different city or something like that?
We are looking for a exam center, an operator who has a good reach across cities, and we would come up with the exam centers, and we'll share the list with you. I believe most of you would find some or the other close by. In case we face any problem, we will have one-to-one discussion on that if there is.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm not preempting currently. So we'll cross the bridge when we go there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Liz, can you please come in? Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
This is in regards to the leaving certificate and the migration certificate that I'm yet to collect from my college.
Okay.
I have submitted my final year result and everything, but I'm trying to get in touch with my college, but unfortunately because of this lockdown situation, I can't commit or promise when I'll be able to get those certificates. So
what I would suggest you is, don't give up the hope of getting that certificate.
Yeah.
We will try to manage from our side
Okay.
some time more. but it would be good if you have those certificates being issued. In
Yeah,
long term, so it will help you.
yeah, we
Yeah.
will be getting it, but I don't know how soon can I get it. So I hope that doesn't affect the admission procedure. I mean,
As I say, don't give up the hope of getting those certificates.
yeah,
It's
sure.
a follow.
Thanks.
I say no, it will not impact, and from tomorrow you'll stop following up with the authorities.
No,
So
that won't happen.
I would say don't give up on that. Don't give up on that. I'll say.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Anybody has a question? Sachin in Mumbai, living certificate gives till 12th only, and migration certificate is also not available. Sachin, we have a lot of admissions. They give transfer certificate, migration certificate. So check with your college and the university if they can. But I would like you guys to put an effort in that particular aspect. It does, unfortunately or fortunately, now we cannot say this, fortunately or unfortunately, but it's an UGC requirement. Had you taken in a MBA college also, which is brick and mortar, they would ask you. Idea is a person should not be doing 2 degrees at the same time. So this is a check which they have, as I said. So don't give up hope. And as I said, if things don't work out, we would get in touch with you and we'll find a middle path solution. But don't give up hope on getting those certificates, especially the transfer certificate. For Mumbai University, there is a TC, Sachin. Transfer certificate is there. You may have to apply through us or something, but you can get. I have a lot of students coming from Mumbai University, and all of them. Yes, Surinder ji.
Yes, sir. So in the same line, sir, I have already got the migration certificate when I completed my degree in 2013. And post that I'm working. I don't have any leaving certificate, and university is not, like, due to COVID situation, they are not available as of now. And they are saying that there is no requirement of leaving certificate because you already have your passed out degree with you, and you also have a migration certificate with you. So I don't know what
the migration certificate which you have will work around. Yeah.
It will. Okay. Sure. Thank you, sir.
I would be unmuting Arindam now. Arindam, yes. You have.
No, my question is already answered. So
Okay,
maybe the
I'll
hands.
just lower your hand.
Yeah, hand was already there. Yeah, thanks for asking.
Vineet.
Yeah, same here. My answer,
Okay.
I've got the answer for that.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I'll lower your hand. Punk, we have somebody who has raised hand. Manoj is here. Manoj. Now, students, more or less from my side, I hope I have cleared all the doubts and it's done. Somebody has some busy assignment and would like to leave this, I'm okay. I'm not sharing any additional private information, essential information in the balance of this session. But I would like to continue this session to clear doubts of most who have joined. Manoj, yes.
Yeah, good evening, sir. My question is similar to the one that was asked just now, and I think you pretty much clarified it. So I completed my graduation in 2010, and I've been working since then. Right. So now I have provided everything, but I'm not able to find the transfer certificate. But I've provided migration, provisional, the certificates, mark sheet, and everything.
Okay.
So
you had a transfer certificate which you have not provided, or you've never issued it?
I don't remember now because it is long time now.
A good exercise in going through administrative system is try applying for one.
I've already sent an email to the university, but there is no response. I've followed up twice. There is no response. I'm trying to call them. There is no response.
So as I said, we would come to you if it. Just don't give up the hope. So keep on sending that emails to your university. So finally they would be pressed. As I understand, including us, every university is working on in a very small strength because of this COVID situation. So I can agree with them also. At times it would be very difficult to turn around very fast. My only submission is don't give up the hope. We would adjust, but if it is received, it works well for us, as you as well as for us as an administration. As I said, we are offering a UGC approved program, making sure you won't have any challenge when you submit this degree anywhere across the world. For that, some criteria are to be maintained. PC migration remains that criteria. We would adjust in case you face problems. But just don't give up a hope by not at all applying to it. Varun is here. Varun, yes, you have.
Yeah, hi sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
So actually, I was asking that do we have any sessionals also conducted in between the final examinations?
What you have? Do you have any?
The sessional examinations, sessionals.
Midterm exams, you say? Midterm time?
Basically, I was just asking about the internal marks. How basically we adjust on the internal marks.
Internals would be more of assignment basis. So it would be, as I said, each subject will have 2 assignments graded for 10 marks. That is a plan. And another 10 parts is a flexibility for us to assess your participation in discussions, forum discussions, your participation in live classrooms, your participation in quizzes also it can be. So we have plethora. It would not be, as I said, some assessment would be subject specific, but we are trying to have a easier way out for you in terms of a very standard assignment based grading, so that you get time. You get, let's say we give you assignment, you get 15 days to work on it and submit your assignment, and then we would be assessing that. So that is how an internal would work majorly. Vinith is here. Yes, Vinith. Have I answered? Manoj. Vinith, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you have answered me, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I'll lower your hand then. Manoj, I've answered yours as well. I think I have answered most of the queries. And thank you very much for all of you to be part of us. As I said, it's my responsibility to make sure all of you are postgraduate after 2 years. I would require all your support. Together, we can make this journey very smooth and very much focused on learning. We are going for case study based pedagogy for all you guys. And soon after, and including in first semester, we will try to approach a case study based teaching learning, similar to what is done in IIM. So I would be very happy if you could participate. The only requirement I have from you is a commitment of at least 1 hour daily to this. And as I said, don't miss out on good books. Videos, everything is okay, but read good books regarding management, regarding syllabus. Check with the faculties which are the good books, get them and read them. That would be a very good value add to all of you. Thank you very much. I hope I have no further queries. So I stop this orientation, and it was very good to speak to you. See you guys in the classroom in some time. Thank you. All the best. Host, you can close this meeting now. Thank you. All the best.